Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another BJ&Co Minecraft video. We're continuing on our Skyfactory 3 tutorial series and working our way through this wonderful achievement book. And finally, we're touching machines. Thank God. I can actually automate stuff. It's what I love to do in Minecraft, so it's going to be great. Great to be back at it. If you guys happen to enjoying this playlist and want to see some of the other ones in the series, you can check out the card up in the top right of your screen. That'll link you straight to the playlist where everything is listed here for you. And if you have been liking it and want to show your support, you can throw that like down below. You smash that button. You can subscribe to the channel for updates when the new content goes live, and if you really want to get notified, you can hit that little bell notification to ensure that you get notified when all of our new content gets released, because we do this Minecraft stuff plus all other sorts of fun things on the channel. We love gaming, guys. And if you really like it, consider checking out our Patreon page, and we've got some cool things there. You can see yourselves in the credits of the videos and all that jazz. But let's get straight on into it. Like I said today, guys, we're checking on the Age of Machines. Oh, I guess before I get started, Matthew, I know you're going to stop by. You always comment. We love it. Thank you. We'll say hi to you again. And if anybody else wants to chat up with us, throw something down in the comments. We love chatting with our community, guys. But, as I said, Age of Machines. Let's get to the problem. 3 things we're going to tackle right now. Generators, crafting a generator of some kind. Turning cobblestone into gravel with a SAG Mill or auto hammer, so we don't have to hammer things down all the time, which is going to be so nice. And then we're going to talk about some energy conduits. Now, the nice thing about this pack, when it comes to generators, we have quite a few options. If I could spell. So, generators. There's a couple of actually additions ones if you want to here that you can dive into. The coal generator can be a handy one, but that's just coal, so I tend to stick away from it. You have the Sterling generator here from Ender.io. This one is always quite popular. You just need some stone bricks, furnace, basic gears, and a piston. So it's not too bad. You can use it to burn some things and make some power for it. So pretty simple and easy one to pick up. But my favorites in here are when we start getting into all of the ones from Extra Utilities 2. And it's kind of neat is because there's lots of different varieties of ones in here. There's a survival generator, furnace generator, culinary magmatic, heated redstone, potion generator, explosion generator, all sorts of ones. And you can actually combine these to make the rainbow generator later on. Which is kind of neat. Like, you need a whole bunch of stuff, but that's that. Now, the reason I like the Extra Utilities ones is because of the magmatic one. There is also a Simply Generators magmatic one here, but you need to get some electrum plates and all sorts of jazz. So the magmatic one, nice, is just some gold and a few other things. And the reason I like the magmatic one in particular is because, you know, we've already got a crucible set up, or we had one set up there. I've just kind of moved it over here. That will allow you to create lava. Because we've got our cobblestone generators that's infinite, and we can actually upgrade this to be faster if we need. We can dump the cobblestone into here, heat it up. I've moved it over lava so it heats up a bit quicker, melt it, and then transfer it directly into our magmatic generator, which is why I like that. But as you can see here, I've dabbled a bit in some of these other ones. Be very wary of using the explosive generator. It actually makes explosions around it. I may have, let's see if I can take a peek over the edge. Yeah, I may have knocked myself down there and killed myself. There's also a death generator. So, magmatic is your go-to on this for sure. If you want some easy ones before first, though, you can dive into your survival and furnace generators. Those are kind of the 2 start ones. They just burn things to get into it. And then you actually need the furnace generator, as you can see in here. There's our furnace generator to make the magmatic one. But magmatic, you know, we can just scale this as big as we want to get a whole ton of power. The only reasons I would suggest maybe looking into the explosive generator and the culinary generator, or the death generator, sorry, they both look the same, is the death generator uses rotten flesh to make power, and this can use gunpowder. So our mob farm is getting tons of those. I've got gunpowder in so many freaking chests over there, it's annoying. So I just thought it would be a way to use up some of the items that we've got. So that's something to keep in mind, but let's get right on into what you actually need to do to build these things. So first things first, to work on these Extra Utilities 2 generators, any of them except for the survival one. The survival one, you just need a furnace, but it doesn't give you a quick output of energy, so eventually you'll want to move on quickly. But this furnace generator here, we need machine blocks. So, machine blocks, all they are, you need some redstone, which we can easily get through our sifting, iron, which we can easily get through our sifting and our smelting, and a chest. Simple and easy, bada boom, bada bing. We've got our machine blocks. Next, to make the furnace generator, you need a furnace. We need those machine blocks we made, iron ingots, and a couple of redstone. And bam, we have our furnace generator. And now the furnace generator 2, this is your starting point of any of these. So we know we need it for the magmatic, but even say the explosive one, furnace generator with a few other things. For the death one, furnace generator with a few other things. All stuff that you can get, so not a problem. But so this magmatic one, we just need a couple more redstone, that furnace generator, 5 iron ingots, which again we know how to get, and a bucket of lava, which you know how to get already. And boom, you've got a magmatic generator. So now you can place this anywhere and just drop a bucket of lava on into it, and it will go. But you don't want to just be hand bombing stuff into this. So how can we get items into it? So what I'll show you guys is basically, long term, you will eventually want to take a look at the Ender IO conduits. And they've got, there's item conduits, redstone conduits, energy conduits, fluid conduits. They're good down the line because you can actually have all of these conduits running through the same block. So it's fantastic. But early on, you know, these conduits can be expensive. Like if we take a look at the fluid, we need some vibrant alloy, which is, you know, we need to cast molten vibrant alloy, which is, you know, energetic alloy with ender pearls. It's a big step. So these simple ones here is transfer nodes is what I like from Extra Utilities 2, which, funny enough, same one as this, same mod pack, so it's going to work together well. And what we need to get these, first things first, you need some transfer pipes. And the transfer pipes themselves are just stone slabs with some glass and redstone. So all stuff that you know how to get, simple and easy. That'll get you the pipes. And the pipes are what are used in all of these. Like there's 2 pipes there, 1 pipe there. But then we also need the transfer nodes, items and fluids. And to get those, we need the pipes as well. And the transfer node themselves, just a couple pieces of stone, a couple pieces of redstone, the transfer pipe itself, and a chest. So that's what gets you the node for items. And then the fluid one is basically the same setup, but instead of the chest, you've got a bucket. And those are going to be the fluid ones. And bada boom, bada bing, that gives you everything you need to do to move cobblestone from your cobblestone generator with a transfer node, then a pipe directly into the top. It needs to be the top of your crucible. And then you need a transfer node fluids to pull the lava out and then pop it right into your generator. And now anything that we stick beside this generator will collect the power, and we could stick things beside it, such as a SAG Mill, which is the next thing that we're going to get to power it. You can see I've thrown a capacitor there just to collect a bit of power in case I use a bunch all at once, but that's a whole different thing. And the great thing about this setup, guys, is this is scalable. So we can grab another crucible, drop some more lava underneath it, drop a crucible there, add another pipe, add another fluid transfer node, and we can pump twice as much lava in. Or maybe throw a couple more generators down and fill them all up. So get more and more power going at the same time. So that's that. That is exactly what you need to do to get the generators going, which we have done. And have fun. Explore some of the other generators, guys. See what you can do with it. I will definitely be supplementing my main power setup, which will be lava, with some of this other stuff, including some solar stuff later on down the line. But I'm just going to play with some of these extra utilities too stuff because they're interesting. Now, the next thing we need is a SAG Mill or an auto hammer. I personally prefer the SAG Mill because of you don't have to worry about the hammers that go into it. In an auto hammer, you have to keep building hammers. And let's look at the auto hammer itself needs diamonds and a whole bunch of iron. So this is what, 2, 4, and 6 is 10 plus the diamonds. That's kind of a pain in the butt. So our SAG Mill is a little bit more expensive when it comes to iron. We've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, but we don't require any of those diamonds. And it does require some of this stuff too. But let's get straight on into that SAG Mill. And the SAG Mill, also gives you a better chance of other things dropping out. I've actually already built one just to show you. But so I've been sagging some cobblestone in here, and it spits out gravel, sand, and some flint. Whereas the auto hammer really just takes it down the first level. So a little bit more productive. And here we can actually change the output by adding in some different types of grinding balls. So here we've just dropped flint, but there are different levels of stuff that you can do that increases what your outputs can be and what percentage of outputs come out, right? So I'm more likely to get some of these other things, and you can also reduce the power consumption, which is kind of cool. So what do we need to get this? Well, the SAG Mill itself needs a machine block in the middle of all of this. So pistons are pretty easy to make, iron's easy to make, flint's easy to get, but this machine chassis is a little bit more complex. We need some iron bars and a capacitor and some iron itself. So first things first, capacitor. What do we need for that? That is just a copper ingot in the middle of 4 nuggets with some redstone down the side, and that pops out your capacitor. Then we're going to need those iron bars. Really, you just need to make one of these. So 6 will turn you into 16 iron bars. And then what we need to make the actual machine chassis is iron bars in the corner, the nice T of the iron with the capacitor right in the middle, and that gets us our machine chassis. With the machine chassis, we just throw it right into the middle here. Flint on the top, a couple of iron ingots down the side, and a piston in the middle, and boom, we've got our SAG Mill. So SAG Mill, all we have to do, like I said, I mean, we'll even remove all this fancy stuff that I've got here. We can just throw the SAG Mill down right here, and you can see it's already filling up with power from the generator. And as the generator uses power, it's making more itself. But I'm going to pull that up for a second before we fill it completely up. With the SAG Mill, guys, then all you need to do is drop whatever you want sagged into the top. So we've already put some cobblestone in there. You can see what we've got here. Now let's take some of this gravel and we drop it into the top. And now it's going to start working, spitting out more sand for us. And it should spit out both sand and dust, if I remember correctly, as time goes, depending on what it comes through. So this is a great way. I mean, you know, how long would it take you to hammer all this? Place everything, hammer it out, the durability on your hammer, all that fun stuff. Oh, we're still getting some flint from it, which is good. So this is an easy way to start automating the creation of those different items that you want to sieve. And then soon, soon. Now that we've got power going on, we can actually work towards automatically sieving some items, which I believe is coming up right here, which will be tomorrow's episode. Well, not tomorrow, next week's episode will be right there. But boom, we've done it. I'm actually just curious, are we going to get some dust yet? Still no dust. Okay. So last but not least, guys, it's great we've got power going, but you don't really want to dump everything and make it right beside your generators and then having to build more space and more generators, right? Generators only have 6 sides and 1 is for the input, so we don't want to eat up all of that. So how do we get the energy to move around? Well, that is with the wonderful, wonderful energy conduits that are here. So it wants to power several machines at once. So with the energy conduit itself, I mean, this is going to be a bad example, but it is within the Ender IO. Sorry, I was going to move things around, but you don't need to see that. And here we're looking at the Ender IO energy conduit. Now this gets a little bit interesting. There's things that we haven't seen before. We've got conduit binder and conductive iron are the 2 things that we're going to need. Well, the conduit binder is fairly simple in itself. The recipe, you need to smelt this binder composite. But the binder composite itself is fairly simple, especially now that we've got the SAG Mill, right? All you need is 5 gravel, 2 sand, and 2 clay. Simple and easy, and that gives you 8 binder composite. 8 binder composite, when you smelt it, will turn into 16 of the binding components. Conduit binder, sorry. Gotta get my names right. Conduit binder. So that'll give us enough. I mean, we need 6, so that'll give us for 2 sets of energy, but you notice here 8. So 1 crafting of this will get us 16 energy conduits. So kind of a good start area to get from. So simple and easy to get there. Just grab this, throw it in a furnace, and it'll smelt itself all up. You can see I've already got some conduit binder there and in my inventory. But then the tough part about this one is going to be that conductive iron. So conductive iron, what it is, there's lots of different crafting recipes, you know, chicken drops, which you haven't worked on. The easiest way to get this is either an alloy smelter if you want to work towards that and use some of the power that you've got already. They're always handy to have around, I'd say. But I really like I like to use my tinker stuff. I got it, I might as well throw stuff in and melt it. So what we need for the conductive iron here is we need 25 mil buckets of redstone and 36 mil buckets of melted iron. So basically it's 1 redstone and 1 iron, a little bit more than 1 iron in there. So all you need to do, drop your redstone in here, a couple of redstone. I've already got a couple of iron in there. So once this all completely melts, it will just automatically alloy straight to it. You can pour it out into your basin, or if you've got a ingot cast, drop them into there. Get your 3 ingots that you need, and then drop them in the middle, and boom, you've got your 6 energy conduit. Well, 8. Jeez, I can't math. And then the energy conduits work simple and easy. You can just toss them down to whatever you want to connect it to, and they do the auto connecting. There is an Ender IO wrench if you want to have a lot of fun with this. But once it's connected, you can change the modes that are on these. So you can only pull, only out, in and out. For the bases, in and out should work fine for you. But if you need to set up specific things, like it will only send energy in one direction, and vice versa, you've got the options that you can do there. You can also set it with redstone signals, and you can set the channel colors that it is. So one of these energy conduits, or line of energy conduits, will allow you to do multiple things with it, and you can actually have different things like, I mean, it doesn't work as well for energy, but say for items, you can say, well, this green channel will only pull out these 6 things, and this green channel will only deposit them somewhere else. But then you can set the red channel to pull 4 different things and to set those 4 things to deposit somewhere else as well. So we're definitely getting on into the fun bits of automation and everything. So we're getting there. We're getting things sagged up. You can see we can sag all of the stuff that we normally would do. Whoa. Sand sags to silicone? So the SAG Mill does not get you dust. Interesting. I'll have to take a look at that later on. The more you know. But we've done what we've gone for. So we've got the energy conduits. So now you guys have power. Now that you've got power, there's all sorts of fun things you can do. I mean, you can start auto sieving, which we'll get to show you, but then you can automatically have these ores and stuff generating as much as you want, which will basically be the rest of what we are after in this Age of Machines. We can also play around a bit with some loot bags. You don't necessarily need the power for them, but transferring the items back and forth and everything, we can go for all sorts of different types of loot bags, compress them into bigger ones, break them down. We'll tackle that next time. We'll do some crop farming. We'll do some ender pouches and chests. We'll work on refined storage, which is very interesting, and then hopefully get some automatic sieving going. This might be 2 sets. Sieving might be 2 weeks, or do we do the sieving first? I don't know. Let me know down below. What would you rather see first? I normally do 2 things, or between 3 and 4 things an episode is what I normally do. But based on what I see here, I mean, these 2 will go together very easily. The sieving and processing sieve ingots. Refined storage itself, I think, will be his own episode. And then these 3, I think, can easily be tackled in 1 episode together. So we've got 3 options. What's happening next week? You tell us down below what you want to see. What of these 3 do you want to take a look at? The loot bag, crop harvesting, ender pouches, the refined storage, or the automation of the sieving and processing those ingots in particular? Throw it down in the comments below. We want to hear from you. Thank you very much for stopping by, guys. We love having you here and love chatting with you guys. If you did enjoy this and it was helpful for you, we greatly appreciate it if you smash that like button. If you want to see more, consider subscribing to the channel for updates of when all of our content goes live. And that's it for this week, guys. Don't forget, check out the channel. We've got some fun stuff. There should be a new episode of Savvy taking on Raft on Wednesday's video, so hope you catch that. And hopefully, yo man, if you see this, I'm hoping that we can get our shit together and get all 3 of us together and have a new Turing test video out for you guys on Friday as well. So, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you all next time. Bye!